Work on your business, not in your business. I'm sure you've heard this before. You may be even getting tired of hearing it because you know how important it is and you just can't seem to do it. But writing construction standard operating procedures is a super integral part of that. So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 steps to writing amazing standard operating procedures to start building out the systems inside your business. All right, so before we get started, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. It does a world of good, and subscribe to the channel. The best way to get the awesome information and grow your business, subscribe to the channel. So first step, writing a standard operating procedure. So these are so super important. It's the way that you communicate how things get done in your business. It's the way that your business can start to manage itself. Not that you're just gonna write something and all of a sudden all your worries and problems are gonna go away, but it brings consistency to your business. There's so many benefits to having some sort of standard operating procedures and standard documentations in place. And I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 different things that you need to know for that. So the first one, purpose, objectives, and format. So before you get started writing, what's the purpose, right? Why are you building this standard operating procedure? Often, you have an idea for something, you just start writing by figuring out what's the purpose, right? What's the objective? Why am I writing this? Why am I making this operating procedure, this document? And then give it some thought as far as format. So what's the best format? Should I do a video? Should it be a document? Should it be a checklist? Should it be, a form that gets filled out? So what's the right way to create this, right? Not just a bunch of words on a page, but there's a lot of other ways to be much more effective when having an operating procedure. The second thing you want to do is just a little bit of research, right? You may have 20, 30 years of experience or whatever, and you've got the best way, but just doing a quick little bit of research, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes even, a little bit online, check out a video or two, or ask a few people around, just to make sure that you are open to other ways of doing things and actually producing documents that are more holistic instead of just narrowly focused based on your own experience, which may be the right way, maybe the best way in the world for your business or for you or whatever, but at least get some knowledge outside of your little circle so that you are creating something that is more relevant and probably going to serve you better. So brainstorm and use templates, right? You don't have to do everything from scratch. Probably most of the standard operating procedures that you could ever want in your business are probably already made, right? Either other contractors have them or they're online. There's lots of templates out there. Reach out to me. I've got specific ones that are already written up for most different functions and different areas of a business. So yeah, you don't have to do everything from scratch. There's a lot of information out there. You do want to bring some consistency to it and do some customization, but the bulk of a lot of stuff out there, you don't have to do everything, from scratch. So third thing, now that you've got that in place, is start simple. So I talked with a lot of contractors who they're so excited to start building out some operating procedures, and they want to put all their experience and information. It's their expectation is sort of once I write this out, I can take someone who's green and they will now know how to finish out an entire house. Well, no, there's always the on-site experience. There's so much more that goes into it. And someone who's green or learning, you give them too much information, they're not going to retain it. It's going to be hard to follow. It's not going to be used properly. So start small. I usually suggest 5 steps, 4 or 5 steps of what are just the big steps. Start with that. Just one sentence for each, right? What is the main thing going from A to Z that they need to know? Add a little paragraph or something simple to sort of describe it or whatever. And that's it, right? You don't need these huge convoluted textbooks or documents that are trying to explain everything. Video is great for that too, because you can actually show it. And again, you don't need to show every little minute detail. You just need to show them the big steps of what's the process, right? Number 4, now that you've created the standard operating procedure, you have something in place, you've kept it simple. Now you want to remove the fluff. So like I said before, these can often get convoluted, especially over time. You keep adding to it. It's I should add this or that. And then you got this huge document. Cut the junk, cut the fluff, right? Really straight to the point, especially as construction guys, and people aren't sitting around reading, a whole bunch of, instructions of how to do things. They want to get in there and start nailing boards together and cutting this and moving that. So remove any fluff from your standard operating procedures. And then the final, probably most important part, after you've got everything created, is get feedback, right? You want to get feedback from your employees, from the people using it, from your managers, from if you've got business partners or other people, your coach or consultant. Ask them, does this make sense? Is this a good way to do it? What are your thoughts on this? How could this be improved, right? Definitely, rely on your team to provide feedback, because you have the experience. experience. So you're creating it from a place of already knowing. Whereas when you give it to someone who doesn't know, there's going to be a lot of gaps and holes and ways of communicating that it's just not going to connect, right? So you need to constantly be improving it and refreshing it, maybe once a year or whatever. Go back and see, hey, is it effective? Has this actually been working, or has it not made any difference at all, right? So you always want to be in that loop of improvement, of getting feedback and all that stuff. If you want more help with it, if you want specific standard operating procedures that you can just plug and play and get started with right away, reach out to me. Also, there is a link in the description below. Sign up for the course. It's Build a Business That Works Without You. So this is all about how to start building out systems in your business, how to start writing standard operating procedures, so much great information in there of just how to get that foundation of systems so you can start to scale and improve your business and not be tied to the day-to-day and doing everything all over again every day, Groundhog Day of wearing all the hats and stuff like that. But start building out the different functions of your business so you can enjoy growing your business, enjoy your free time, enjoy your family, enjoy a vacation, all that good stuff. So here's to the best with writing your standard operating procedures and getting documentation in the business. You're on your way to an amazing business, because a lot of contractors don't even get this far. So kudos to you for checking out the video.